I'm Andrew Crawford, here with the Digging Deep podcast. We're here at a property, just looking at a few things. We get asked a lot, about how we can spruce up a bed without spending a whole bunch of money on plant material. We could, there's several things that we can do, and we're just going to kind of take this bed right here as an example. You kind of got a hodgepodge of different plant material, and yes, you could easily go through and remove everything, start from scratch, but for some of those homeowners that may not want to do that, we can look at it, and I can kind of recommend a few things to consider and what we can do to spruce it up. So within this bed, like I said, you got several different types of plants. You got some daylilies, liriape, fatsia, azalea, spirea. So kind of one thing we could do is going through, remove any dead. So you got an azalea over here that is halfway dead, whether that was caused by the freeze a couple years ago or other circumstances. So going through, removing any dead and plant material. We could basically go through and put a special type of herbicide on this liriape to basically help get rid of poison ivy, some cherry laurels, Virginia creeper, things like that. So that would basically rid out any of those broadleaf weeds without harming the liriape. And what I would do is kind of go through and grub up or spray completely kind of some of these areas where the liriape is creeping in, halfway, and have more of a consistent border and straight edge right along the brick wall right here. So first, kind of cleaning that up, cleaning out some of the weeds and other unwanted material around the daylilies, kind of make those stand out. I'd leave your fatsia here. Some of these crepe myrtles, while they kind of look out of shape, overall they're still in good shape. We could go through and basically any of these limbs that are hanging over the driveway, remove those, kind of clean out the interior of the canopy. Some of these smaller limbs, removing those, and basically pushing the canopy of those crepe myrtles up. Cleaning up, along your fence line right here, getting rid of some of the Virginia creeper. Kind of also what I was talking about with the liriape right here. It can be very aggressive. Go ahead and grub it up around some of your better plant material like this spirea. Clean it up, near the base, and just trying to keep that under control more. You got some tree suckers coming up in here, going through, removing some of that, and then this wax myrtle right here, going through and just doing a little bit of hand pruning on it, getting some of those wild shoots off, maybe raising the canopy up just a touch. So really just overall, going through, removing unnecessary weeds, tree suckers, dead in the plant material, keeping this monkey grass more confined, kind of as a border, and then using a broadleaf herbicide on it to help get rid of all of the unnecessary weeds in there. And then like I said, removing dead and plant material, and then coming back through, and a lot of this will be kind of cleaned out more. I would come in with some pine straw after all said and done, just to kind of give it that final touch up. So
I'm gonna put you on the spot. Are there any new plants or different plants that you would incorporate in here, or would you kind of just use what
Yeah.
you got and add more of the same.
It can be kind of tricky just because you do have such a hodgepodge
Right.
of plants. You know, right here you do have a rough looking azalea, but
Yeah.
you could easily come through, cut all that out. It does have some lace bug damage on here, and then after kind of this is more manageable and looks better, you could come in and drop in a few more azaleas. You just don't want to come in and add even more of a hodgepodge
Right.
of plants.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Because we already have enough. You know, and it may be if you do want to plant some more, if you would be willing to, you know, spend money on additional plants, maybe you leave this and take out your fatsia and wax myrtle and add azaleas all the way across. But you know, that'd be kind of that next step. You know, it could be willing to add additional plants here. But yeah, it can be challenging when you have this amount of different varieties of plants and you're trying to make new plants match and blend together well. But yeah, that's about all I got.